Hi guys, how are you all doing today? I've been in the workshop for the last couple of hours having a bit of a tidy up and sorting out some radio gear. I've just been programming my Veta radios, getting them charged up and tuned into the family frequencies that we use. I'm having a bit of a tidy up also because I came across these the other day. These are my Binatone Terrain 550 handheld PMR radios. These are 446 megahertz, 500 milliamp hour, very, very low powered, but you know what, they work really well. I try to look after these. I don't really use them very often. I have no need for them because all my radios I'm operating on other frequencies and a bit more power as well. Like the old Mytech radios, I use these quite a lot, these Mytechs. These are quite good. Again, for between 4 and 5 watts in power. So tend not to use those so much, but you know what? I like to keep them working. They come in a nice little cradle. In fact, let me show you this. They come with also a little carry case. Can you see that case there? So within the case, you have 2 sets of microphone and earphone things. You have 2 car chargers, something that you just don't get nowadays when you buy radios. But these will plug into each individual radio, so you have 2 of those. And then if you're operating and have a base station or power point somewhere, you have this little docking station here where you can just plug in your mains charger. Incidentally, one of those chargers from your car will plug into here and charge both of these radios, but it's a lot less current, so it's not as fast. But if you're camping and you want to be able to charge them, that's fantastic. If not, you could just plug it into the mains, like so, and that will keep them both going. But anyway, the video today is not about these radios. This is just something incidentally I've been doing. But you see, one of my many faults is that I am very, very easily distracted. And whilst I've been doing all this and thinking about how I'm going to tidy this place up, because it is a bit of a tip now, is that I've caught my eye on my old-fashioned mobile phones. Let me show you those. These are quite old, and I have about 6 in total, different ones. So top left there we've got a Motorola, that's an E-Tax, one of the older ones. Underneath that we've got the NEC P100, which I'll show you at some point. That one there. Now which one is, oh, that's the Panasonic, isn't it? Yeah, Panasonic. To the right, we have the Motorola 5000 series flip, one of the first GSM handhelds. An old NEC portable P7, complete kit, slightly water damaged box. Analog won't work now. Panasonic underneath that one, which you can't really see behind the box. But that's the one there that I'm going to pull out and show you. Now, back in the day, this was the phone to have. I can't remember the year, but we're probably looking 20 years, 25 years-ish ago, I reckon. This is one of the first GSM phones that came out. It was a cracking phone. Worked really well. So the box is pretty much as new. 5000 series Motorola manual. We have the phone itself in really good condition. Flip. Not really any scratches or marks on. It's been well looked after. It even has a case for the battery. And then the chargers and 2 points. Now, nowadays when you buy a phone, I think it's a shame, but you only really get the charging lead and the adapter. You don't get a base station or docking station, which I think is a shame. So I used to like docking a phone to charge. But anyway, this one did come with one. It did come with a little sit-in charger. And that's it. This was good. You could charge up a spare battery in the back, and then at the front you just slide in the telephone, like so. So you would charge up your phone, first of all, and then once your phone's charged, it would then concentrate on charging the rear, which would have a secondary battery just slotted in there. And then that would have to plug into the mains via this big brick of an adapter. This is 230 volts to 12-ish volts output. So let's plug that into the mains now, see what's working and what's not. Not just plugged into the back. There we go. Okay. So the charger, if you can see that little flashing LED just down here, can you see that there? Not showing up on my little screen. It's flashing amber, which means there's an error, there's a fault somewhere along the line. It's going to be with the battery because this battery is so old. And this is always one of the problems with this phone. The battery life was terrible. I think on a full charge, you're kind of looking at 8 hours on standby with this particular model. Wasn't brilliant. Now, yeah, I thought so. This is actually a Nike, is it though? Yeah, nickel metal hydride battery. So these are slightly better than the Nicads. The Nicads are a little bit thicker, but still, they wasn't brilliant battery life. And if you, God forbid, if you want to use the phone and make or receive a phone call on it, you're looking at reducing it down to 4 hours. So you'd always have to have a car charger, which were always well dodgy. Can you see? You probably can't focus properly on this camera. But no, it never used to work very well with a car charger. They were very flimsy and not very good connectors. But people used to love these phones. I think one of the reasons why is because once you close the flip, you could answer and terminate a call by opening and closing the flip. And also, it protects the keypads, so there were no pocket dials back in those days. Not with these handsets, there weren't anyway. The antennas, very, very flimsy, little bit of plastic. There is actually a bit of copper wire inside there, and it's like an inductive antenna. If you take this plastic cap off here, you'll see a little copper coil inside. In fact, let's see if I can take that off now and show you. There we go. You're not going to see that, that's not going to focus. Let me try this. So yeah, so that's a little coil, that's the coil there, which you can't really focus in on very well, unfortunately. But it's just a coil there. And that would work as an inductive antenna, and it would kind of, this bit of wire inside would help the signal a little bit. I don't think it was all that noticeable, but it did all the same. So that was that phone. It would take a full-size SIM card as well, which I do have. Let me just zoom out a little bit and I'll see what I can find. Yeah, so the SIM cards, I've got hundreds of these little adapters. Okay, this is on the 3 network, but forget it's on 3 because it won't work. But basically, that would have a SIM card in, and it would just fit underneath and slot in there, and that would bring your phone to life. Nowadays, obviously, there are lots of... Okay, so putting an empty SIM card in there wasn't an idea, was it? But yeah, that would work quite well. So the only downside to this now is that this would still work, incidentally, this would. The only problem is that the battery's not powering up. So yeah, so the only downside is, of course, I can't power up the phone to try it. This would work now. I did try this out a few months ago, and it did work. The battery wouldn't last more than a couple of seconds, but it did work with a modern-day SIM card. And it'd be nice to be able to use it again. I just need a new battery, and I have looked on eBay not so long back to try and find a battery, whether it's a NiCad or nickel metal hydride. I'm not nickel metal hydride. So if I can get hold of one of these batteries, that'd be brilliant. So if you guys know out there where I can get one, I have looked on eBay, but I've not been able to find one. But if you can let me know, I'm willing to buy one. The funny thing is, the thickness of the battery is exactly the same as the thickness of my iPhone. Go figure. How technology's come on, eh? So that gives you a rough guide as to the thickness of the handset. Anyway, that was just a very quick blast from the past. I thought I'll just get that out there and show you. So yeah, that's the Motorola International 5000 series, 5200 series. So I'm going to crack on. Got a lot of tidying up to do. Hope you enjoyed that bit of a flashback to the past. Any comments, please stick them down below. Also, if you guys do know of anywhere where I can get one of those batteries from, I'll be really grateful if you can let me know, because I'm really keen on getting hold of one. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.